just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one day.
All right, picture this. Caitlin Clark just bagged a massive LPGA contract, and you better believe A'ja Wilson isn't staying silent. The moment the news hit, it didn't just trend, it detonated. The WNBA world went nuclear, and social media, total meltdown mode. One player's payday just turned into another's migraine, and the irony couldn't be juicier. So, be honest. Was A'ja's little reaction pure irritation, or are we watching textbook jealousy unfold? Anyway, strap in, because every sports outlet is losing its mind. Caitlin Clark, basketball's media darling and sponsorship royalty, just scored a full-on LPGA tour deal. Yes, you heard right. A real contract, not one of those flimsy promo photo ops. Rumor has it, this deal is stacked with millions. We're talking cross-promo events, flashy brand collabs, and marketing rights stretching deep into the 2026 season. Basically, it ties her image to women's golf like the ultimate badge of power and perfection. But here's where it gets deliciously messy. Once that press release hit, the internet didn't just react, it combusted. Fans flooded timelines cheering, "She deserves it," while a few familiar WNBA faces were clearly choking on their envy. Cue A'ja Wilson. Too PR polished to drop names, but subtlety isn't her strong suit. She fired off a tweet. "So you telling me you can miss shots and still get golf money now?" Boom. Headlines everywhere. Within seconds, fans screamed, "Just say Caitlin Clark already!" Because let's be real, who else? At this point, Clark's name alone triggers half the league. Every post, every deal, every breath she takes sends someone spiraling. And this LPGA contract? Yeah, it just sent the drama meter straight off the charts. Let's get one thing straight. Caitlin Clark has earned more in just 2 years than most WNBA players will see in an entire career. That's not shade, that's math. She's turned herself into a walking marketing jackpot, the exact kind of superstar the league's been starving for. But here's the kicker. Her rise has unintentionally made other stars look like background actors in their own show. Take A'ja Wilson, 2 MVPs, multiple championships, and a resume that screams legacy. Yet when it comes to sponsorships, she's barely even mentioned. And that right there is why this whole saga exploded. It's not just about Clark's golf deal. It's about a league tearing itself between the old guard and this unstoppable new phenomenon. Clark's the media's shiny new obsession, fresh, marketable, and adored by brands. Wilson, she's the grind incarnate, the queen who built the castle before the cameras arrived. So when that LPGA announcement hit, her tweet wasn't subtle shade. It was a war cry. And can you blame her? The timing stung. She'd just capped off another historic season, and still couldn't steal a headline from Clark's casual golf swing. A'ja wins trophies. Caitlin wins attention. That's the cruel truth of modern sports. It's not about skill, it's about spotlight. And when it comes to pulling eyes and clicks, Caitlin Clark is in a league of her own.
In a previous video, how this Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, "How can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it?" All of these things. And it ended up being put on television. And that was great. Fans were really excited about that. There was so much buzz online. She was trending on Twitter, all of the things. And the LPGA was promoting the crap out of this event. And they also did something really smart by pairing her up with their currently #1 golfer in the world.
PGA saw it. Every major sponsor saw it. Basically, any brand with a pulse and a marketing budget saw it. They all want the same thing. Someone who can pack arenas, move merch, and keep timelines buzzing nonstop. A'ja Wilson, for all her greatness, just isn't built for that circus. She's respected, no doubt, but she's not the headline factory brands drool over. Caitlin Clark, though? She's a full-blown story engine, and that drives some veterans absolutely wild. Now, let's crunch the numbers. Rumor says her LPGA deal sits between $6 and $8 million over 2 years. And it's not just cash. It's appearances, crossover promos, and a slick media project with powerhouses like Titleist and Nike Golf. In short, Clark didn't just sign a contract, she secured her empire.
Caitlin Clark's so good, she's got me following golf. And thanks to her, I now know who Nelly Korda is. And if there's one thing we can count on with Clark, it's that she's going to draw a crowd.
Now Caitlin Clark isn't just owning basketball, she's officially building a bridge straight to golf. A legit two-sport marketing machine, moving fans from courtside seats to country clubs without breaking a sweat. And you can practically hear Aja Wilson's teeth grinding all the way from Las Vegas. Because let's be real, this isn't the first time Clark has stolen her thunder. Remember last season's WNBA finals? The Aces took another championship, but who dominated social media that same day? Yep, Clark, trending everywhere while the actual winners got sidelined. That kind of spotlight theft turns professional respect into full-blown resentment. And the fans? Oh, they're not helping. Instead of just celebrating Clark, some of her superfans treat her success like ammunition, throwing shade at other players. Comments like, "She's the real face of the league," or "She's done more for women's basketball than anyone else." Maybe some of that's even true, but let's be honest. It's also gasoline on an already raging ego fire. So when Aja saw that LPGA announcement hit her feed, she didn't stay quiet. She fired off a tweet that basically screamed, "I'm over it." Not enough to get fined, but just enough to send the message loud and clear. She's tired of being the MVP who gets treated like an extra in someone else's highlight reel. But here's the twist. Caitlin Clark never claps back. Not once. She doesn't tweet, she doesn't subtweet, she doesn't even blink at the noise. That's a huge reason brands can't get enough of her. She's a PR department's dream, calm, spotless, and completely unbothered by drama. While everyone else is busy beefing on X, Clark just signs another endorsement, smiles for a photo, and cashes another check. That quiet confidence? It stings more than any comeback could. Aja can win another ring, but Clark will still make more headlines by posting one golf swing on Instagram. That's not hype, that's market power, and it's brutally real. And here's the kicker. Even fans outside basketball are eating this story up. Golf fans are thrilled, calling Clark the spark the LPGA's been waiting for. Meanwhile, old-school WNBA purists are rolling their eyes like, "She's everywhere except the playoffs." The divide keeps getting wider, and everyone inside the league feels it. But this LPGA move wasn't some impulsive stunt. It was a chess move, months in the making. Word is Nike even had a hand in brokering it. They've been quietly crafting Clark's crossover empire, positioning her as the ultimate multi-sport icon. Why? Because Clark isn't just a basketball player. She's a walking headline. Every league she touches sees instant traffic. More clicks, more merch sales, more buzz. From a business perspective, it's pure genius. But from the WNBA locker room, it's chaos. Aja Wilson's frustration echoes what plenty of players are whispering behind closed doors. Clark's fame might be lifting the league, but it's not lifting everyone. The so-called Clark effect is real, but it's selective. The spotlight's getting hotter for one star while the rest are still standing in the shadows, waiting for their turn to matter. And now that Clark's branching out beyond basketball, that gap is becoming impossible to ignore. Some players are still hustling for small bonuses and local sponsorships, while she's signing multi-million-dollar cross-sport contracts. That kind of imbalance brews real tension in locker rooms, press conferences, even league meetings. Soon, players started feeling like extras in The Caitlin Show, and fans could sense the shift. Then came the tweet heard around the world. Within an hour, Aja Wilson was trending, but for all the wrong reasons. The internet labeled her bitter, jealous, and insecure. Comparisons popped up everywhere. Some even likened her frustration to the golfers who once complained about Tiger Woods' dominance. "Here we go again," people wrote. "Another star mad at someone else's success." That one really cut deep. Aja tried to walk it back later, claiming her tweet was just sarcasm blown out of context. But by then, the narrative had locked in. The internet had already decided who was the hero and who was the hater. And we all know how social media works. Once sides are chosen, it's no longer a discussion. It's a digital war. Half the comments were praising Caitlin Clark like she's America's sweetheart, while the other half tried to defend Aja Wilson from being completely swallowed by the backlash. But one thing's clear. This wasn't just a tweet. It was the moment the WNBA's quiet tension became front-page entertainment.